Welcome back, everybody, to episode 5 of Roniad Island. I hope you enjoyed that time lapse you just saw. Um, we're getting a lot of pallets out here, so I think it's time for us to build a silo. We got $250,000, so I think now's the time to do it. So we'll come up here, and I think we're gonna just use this multi-fruit silo. I think it will be good for our needs. Place it where it costs the least. So we'll set it there. But I also want to place a bell storage, since we're going to be have to storing bells for our animals when we get them. Let's see. This one can store 1,400 or 1,450 pieces, but it's quite big. This one can hold 1,500, and it's pretty big too. I don't really want to use the same thing I use in every one, so this one can hold 800 pieces. It says it's overlapping with another object. It's probably that road. So, I actually don't want to put it to where it interfere with that silo. So if we put cows or sheep over here, we put this here to keep them close to the food. I think I want to do my animals over here on this hill because I won't be able to farm it. So let's see how much that costs to buy. It'd be $40,000. I think that's not too bad, so we'll go ahead and buy it. And then we could place our pallet storage over here. I think 800 will be plenty to hold. I don't know how bad this is going to terraform the area. So let's go ahead and flatten out the land right there before we place this. And of course, anytime you terraform, you want to save, because terraforming can mess some stuff up. Alright, so let's go to level, do a square, and yeah, right here should be good. Ooh, this is costing way too much, but it needs to be done. We'll just have to sell more trees. Alright, let's see if that's the right size we need for our bell storage. Alright, that's the right size, so we'll put it back here. there looks good. And then we'll go ahead and soften this area in front of it to make it easier for us to get in there. This is probably going to be quite expensive too. I don't like how that it's crooked, but too late now. Now we'll go ahead and paint some texture to it. This way it looks a little bit better. I got a mod on here that lets me hold down shift so I can keep a straight line. Make sure it get all up in there. I don't want to do that much, but just make it look all even. And then we'll create a little road or path to get in and out of it. And I guess we'll go ahead and fill this in too, since I messed that up. Okay, now we're down to 100,000 from $250,000. But that's okay. We got wood we can sell. Go ahead and throw these into our silo, get them out of our way. Alright, we now have 4,600 liters of fertilizer in there. It looks like it's going to be a little less than 5,000 liters of lime. Alright, now our farmyard's not nearly as clustered. Let's go ahead and, you know what, we'll take the truck because it goes a little faster. If you noticed in the time lapse, there was a couple additions, so let's go check them out. Yeah, word's gotten out that this area is growing, so some retailers decided to go ahead and set up shop and, you know, get a corner on the market. So here, up ahead, on this pad, we have the agricultural fair. Basically like a farmer's market. They'll take pretty much anything here. Juice, flour, wood, bales. And then over here we have, oops. It's not showing up on there for some reason. Huh. Wait, if I walk up to it, give us info on it. No. But this is the Old Bay Take-All, which all these if y'all want to name them, leave a comment. It's just a logistical shipping company. And then over here, we have our dairy, which I put this weigh station here because I'm not going to use this as my production. So that's the trigger for the dairy is here. I just put a cell all right next to it. And then we have another general store area right here. The grain production company decided to come in and put in a little park area, beautification. So this is the grain mill area. Again, I'm not going to use this as my production, so I put a little thing over the trigger for here. And we'll be stalling up here. And then we also have the sawmill by all, which I was going to put a regular sawmill on here, but you have to own it. So this one is an actual sell station. So we have more places to sell to. Oh look, a cargo ship. So we'll start checking prices before we sell stuff. We head back to our truck. I don't think anything has changed on our constructibles, but we'll drive over there and double check. I've been contemplating buying that field right there. It's a grass field and we can use the grass. We just have to haul everything over to our farmyard. So yeah, those look the same, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's been about a week since I've been on this map, so I don't remember exactly where we were, honestly. But that has everything it needs. And that has everything it needs. Alright, so we'll pull Yui right here. Hopefully this person won't mind. Then when we get back to our farmyard, we'll look at our fields. Alright, we're back to our farmyard. I can see our barley's looking good. And it's growing. And our grass is filling in too. We'll go to the PDA and look at the growth rate. So this grass field, it'll say harvest ready next month, but won't be. And then we still got quite a while on our barley. Which, do we have a mower yet? Yeah, we do. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and get those stumps from those trees we cut down during the time lapse, and I'll bring y'all back in probably around grass harvesting time. Alright, welcome back. It is now April. So you were away for 2 months. Barley is growing good. And if we come over here to our grass, you'll see it's thick and luscious. It's ready to harvest. And I also did some work while y'all were gone. And we have a new field. I cleared out all the trees to pretty much the edge of our property. I left this strip here so I could see where the edge was because I wanted to leave some trees. And I planted oats. And then in February we sold $78,532 worth of logs. In March, we sold $75,097 worth of wood out of our sawmill, and additional 35,407 logs. So we're up to 296,078. So I know we're gonna have to get a harvester in a couple months, which those don't come cheaply. Which, let me check the cells, see if there's anything. Nope, nothing in the cells. So we're gonna go ahead and start mowing our grass field. This way we can start baling it up. Let me open up the help menu because I want to make sure we're not on destroyer mode. Alright, we're on swath mowing. So we're gonna lower it down, turn it on, get to mowing. It's so much easier having a swath mower. Saves a little time too. I'm going to go ahead and let this, go ahead and mow this field, and then I'll bring y'all back when it's done. Alright, welcome back everyone. We just got finished mowing. So we'll put this up and grab our baler. Now, first thing we're going to make is silage bales because that takes time to ferment. So by the time we have hay ready, our silage should be done fermenting and we'll be ready to get animals. Let's see if I can do this. Squeeze it in here. Close enough. We'll grab our baler. I wasn't up far enough. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, that's right, we've already made silage bales before. Okay, we did 3 headlands and our mower is, I think, 7 meters. Yes, 7 meters wide. So we'll go into steering assist. Seven meters, and they did 3 headlands on that one, so that's what we'll do. Turn it on, or unfold it. Turn it on, and lower the pickup. And we are baling. Whoop, let me make sure I'm making the biggest bales possible. So you don't want 125s. We'll do 150s. Just make it a little easier. Oops. Yeah, I think my next gameplay, I'll just do a factory that makes silage, because baling, it does take forever. But got to turn on automatic drop. There we go. Now we can do it properly. So we're going to have one bale that's smaller than the rest. I hate how it won't let you change size if you got one started. It doesn't take much to add to it. I mean, I understand if you pass the capacity and try to go lower, but didn't grab the right line. There we go. Yeah, I know there's a AI baler mod that's for all platforms. I have it installed. I've honestly never used it though, so I don't know how it works. Maybe once we get a good cash flow, we'll buy one of those balers and see how well it works. I didn't reset the bell counter, did I? Nope. How do I do that? Alt X. Okay, and then we'll just have to add 2 bales to this to see what our total is. I totally flaked on that. So I'm not going to add stuff every episode, because that would probably be too much. But I'll probably try to add something at least every other episode. So this is episode 5, so we'll say every odd number episode. And I have no clue how long this series is going to last. I mean, it has the potential for being a long series just because of how it is. And honestly, depending on how y'all's reaction to it is. I mean, if y'all leave me a lot of comments and show me y'all like it, we'll probably keep going for a while. I know I've seen people do series like kind of like this that were over 100 episodes long, or yeah, 100 videos, episodes, whatever. Yeah, I've seen one where they actually did 3 different seasons of almost 100 episodes each on the same map. So if y'all want an extended series, let me know. If y'all don't like extended series, let me know. I do try to pre-record this about a week and a half in advance, just because it does take me a while to do everything on this. So keep that in mind when you are leaving comments or recommending stuff or whatnot. And unfortunately, I do have a full-time job, so I can't do this all the time, every day. I work 10 hours a day, well, 9 hours a day, but with commute and everything, I'm actually gone from the house about 10 and a half, 11 hours, so gotta have time with family too. And I forgot what I was going to say. Getting old sucks. I wouldn't recommend it. But anyways, yeah, maybe one day I'll retire and I'll be able to, focus on doing YouTube videos only, which would probably be weird. And I've been pretty much had a full-time job since I was 18, so good 20 some odd years. It would be weird to actually retire, I think. I mean, in theory, it'd be awesome. But, thinking about it, it would seem weird. I don't see how people do it. I mean, I know I'd have to have something to bide my time. I think this would make a pretty good substitute for that, or not really substitute, but a good outlet for taking my time. Of course, with the way this world is, who knows if I'll be able to retire. Inflation keeps driving the price of everything up. Investments aren't really doing too hot right now, so who knows? Or Russia trying to just say, screw it, let's drop the bomb. Or North Korea or some other, rogue organization. There ain't no telling what could happen, honestly. I mean, you ain't guaranteed tomorrow, so I get this little bit I missed. I guess y'all heard me ranting up. Let me go ahead and finish this, and I'll bring y'all back in. Y'all, I brought y'all a little early because I got a notification that this is on sale. It's 48% off. It's International Harvester 1400 Axial Flow. We need one in a couple months, and that's a good price. So if we bump up the grain tank from 4,400 to 10,000 liters, it's only 15,000 more. I think we'll go with standard tires. I don't know what the rotor is. So we can do straw swap? I don't know. And I always like to go with long pipe on everything. So let's go ahead and buy this for 68,000, 6,100. And let's see how much a header for that is. So let me find it. It's a small header, but it's only 28,000, 4.4 meters wide. So you need to go ahead and buy that too. Let's see, design, yes or no. So it's just those tines down there. Yeah, it's $100. We'll do it. Yes. Now we have a harvester. Which the cheapest harvester in base game is 100,000. For the Massey Ferguson 5780, I think is what it is. It's pretty much the one you start off with under New Farmer in every map. And that's like 30,000 for the header. I mean, it's only a 4.4 meter header that we bought, but that price, I mean, can't beat that. And our fields aren't too big. I mean, they're kind of big, but hey, you gotta start somewhere, I guess. Oh, and that sawmill sell point, I did try to sell my lumber there earlier, and it would not sell for some reason. Now, I did have to landscape after I placed it, so I don't know if I raised the ground above the trigger level or whatnot, but I will try to fix that for the next episode. This way, if somebody wants to name it, we can have a working sell point that's, you know, it wouldn't be right me to name a sell point for somebody who and don't sell. So, all right, so we're done with the bells, and we made 19 silage bells, 18 of the bigger ones and one of the smaller ones. Ooh, and I crashed into my trailer. Let's try this again without crashing. Ooh, that was close. Okay, now we should be able to go in smoothly. Drop that off. And let's go ahead and pick up those bells and put them in our new bell storage shed. And I'm stuck. Okay, I got it. Alright, so we'll put it in operating position. Put it in operating position. Put it in operating position. You stupid thing. Why is it not letting me auto load? I know I've done it before. There we go. So, okay. I don't know why this ain't working now. Control, Shift, R. There it goes. Still getting used to using a keyboard. So we'll have to make 2 trips because that one smaller bill I don't think it'll load up. I mean, it might. It'd be nice if it did. But normally, it won't let you load one size bell at a time. Which makes sense. Oh, no, it did grab that smaller bell. Cool. That's a big difference in size. 17 and 18. Take a look around, make sure that's all of them. Yep. So I don't want to drive across our field of barley. Don't want to crash either. Oh yeah, haven't sold the wood yet today. Alright, so let's see here. I don't know where the drop point for this is. Go check that real quick. Okay, so it's just right outside of it. Some you gotta pull into it, or the point's actually inside the shed. And like this one's right in front of it, so unload bells here. Or not. Where's unloading? I tell you, this thing hates me. Where's unload? Unload left? No, we want unload to the right. And it should whoops, don't want music. Do I have to jump? I know I've done this before for this trailer. I don't know what's going on. Unloading side right. Material type all. Attention bells. Simple debug. Left shift R. Okay, now we should be able to unload. Left shift I. There we go. And pull the ramps back up. And we'll go ahead and load this wood up and sell it while y'all are in. So we got 8,000. Ooh, more. So let's see. Will it? Yes, it will. We got 8,000 liters of long planks, 8,000 liters of planks, and 10,000 liters of wood beams. So let's see where the best place to sell would be. So planks, we have, not worried about the farmhouses. Farmers market's at 22.46. Industrial sawmills sell here. Can't sell there for some reason, but it's at 28, which is pretty dang good. Multi-purpose buying station is 22. And Auto Save is saving. Let's see, general store's 22.33. The mill is 23.06. The dairy's 23.49. And the Old Bay take-all is 22.08. So, looks like our best price is at the dairy. Okay. I'm not going to complain about that. So we'll just take a little scenic drive down to the dairy. We'll do a little in-cab here. notice most people don't do a lot of in-cab. Don't know why. I don't really do too much in-cab on my normal gameplays unless I'm doing a map that's got a lot of trees on the road that block your view, which is annoying. So annoying. You know what? You've seen me sell at sell all. So I'm going to sell at this farmer's market or flea market thing. Alright, so we sold everything for $117,335. Nice. And while we're down here, I guess we'll check on our houses. See how they're coming along. Still iffy about that grass field right there. Okay, so our first house, we come to. Alright, they're working on it. And it still has to go through about 3,800 long planks before the next step's done. Our corrugated roundhouse. They got 2,300 liters of prefab wall to go through and 134 liters of long planks to go through. So they're coming along. We'll probably have to add some more stuff next month. And we'll go ahead and turn around. Well, try to turn around without hitting everything. And ignore that pallet prefab walls out there. You don't see it. So yeah, our houses are coming along slowly, but for surely. We're doing really good on money right now. We're almost at 300,000. Do I want to buy this grass field? It's 4 acres. It'll be ready to harvest next month. It's already 100% fertilized. How much do they want for it? 38,839. Oh, I don't know. I could buy that, or I could buy this for 40,000, which all this green area is clear, just where the brown is, where his trees are. So we can actually put a field in there pretty quickly. Plus, we're almost out of trees on our property. This one has a little bit here, but that's on top of that hill, so this one's mostly trees, so I don't know if I want to do that. So many choices. I don't know which way we should go. So, tell you what, y'all tell me in the comments which way y'all want me to go. North, south, east, or west. And then I'll wait for a response. So probably this is episode 5, so episode 7 is when we'll buy some more land. But this field, you know, we're going to go ahead and buy this one. Because we need grass. But for the future purchases, I'll let y'all decide where y'all want me to expand to. If y'all want me to continue harvesting a lot more trees, no, go to the west. If y'all care more about arable farming, go north or south. If y'all want me see me do animals, that's gonna have to wait. We just made silage bales, and well, I guess next month we can make hay, so we can actually put our pens up next month. That'd be actually pretty cool. I mean, it's taken us 2 years to get almost ready for animals. And, well, yeah, I still gotta get the mixing factory for the TMR if we're going to do cows. This trailer takes forever to unhook, just because it has animation for it, of the legs that actually go up and down. So when you detach from it, you gotta wait for it to actually do all that. So we'll go ahead and park this over here. Kill the engine, turn those lights off, and get out. To help make y'all's decision easier, let's go visit the possible lands. As you can see, there's not much here. Our property's over there. This is the north one. Actually, let me go into flight mode, and you'll get a better idea of everything. Yeah, so we have this little bit of trees right here. These trees up to here. So roughly, not much trees. But a lot of open area to go ahead and put a field in. We got this area that's completely open except for this giant boulder that put a field in. We got this lot right here, which is nothing but trees. And same with this one just north of 145. It's got a boulder in it. And if we go south, we've got trees surrounding a boulder. On this side is about half open. We've driven by this quite a few times, so y'all know what this is. And then, like I said, this one has all the trees on top of the hill, but it's a very small portion of this well, no. We have a small portion that we own right now. So it's actually a fair amount of trees. Oh, there's a lake over here. Did not know that. That's pretty cool. Hey, and there's grass under the lake. Weird. Huh. Learn something new every day. But yeah, let me give y'all a flyover of the island so y'all can see what's what. See, there's outcroppings of trees, flat land, boulders. It's actually a pretty nice map. There's all of our cell points. Our houses. So this all this down here will probably eventually be residential areas and commercial. Yeah, everything below this line right here will probably be residential and commercial. I'm not going to buy any of that for our use, and might put some other cell points like way up here. Just spread them out so it's not all in one area. Construct roads and all that. Can we fly out to the cruise ship? We can. Oh, there's no collision on it. That's pretty cool. Anyways, sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, you got, like I said, you got your residential area. There are actually a ton of trees on this map. I actually try to put some trees up around the cell points just to, make it look a little nicer. But it told me there's too many trees on the map, so I wasn't able to. Maybe once we cut some trees down. Huh, we got some palm trees too, boulders. Yeah, this is a very well done map. Another outcropping of rocks. Yeah, if you look from the air, our farm looks actually pretty good size, but up close it doesn't look as big. I mean, don't get me wrong, those fields are pretty nice size. They're probably about 4 acres, 4 acres apiece. Running fast. But anyways, that will conclude today's episode on Roniad Island. If you like this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss an episode from Deep South Gaming. And feel free to leave a comment or share this video. And thank you for watching Deep South Gaming.